What is going on, my YouTube friends and all my Patreon friends, all my Nightwish friends? How we living? How we living tonight, man? So I'm pulling from Gabriel's list, our commander-in-chief, right? Is that how this works? And I wanted to make sure that I saw another one with Floor. I hope I'm saying that right. But anyways, I wanted to make sure that I got another one with her singing, because if I jump around too much, I'm going to confuse myself. And I'm going to talk over myself too much. So I'm going to try to maybe stick to a few of those ones first, because I know there's a couple singers and there's a lot that I got to learn. There's a lot that I got to cover. So I really appreciate this list. Without further ado, man, let me pull this up. If this is your first time checking me out, I've got a background in live audio. I was a live guy for a long time. I was like a technician. I don't like to say engineer. I wasn't an engineer. I was a technician for a long time. So I like breaking down this live stuff, but I do get into the studio stuff, and I've been spending a lot of time my studios and mixing, and I'm doing a project right now, so like I like talking about that stuff too, but the live stuff is like home base, right? So yeah, let's do this. Let me pull this up. I already got it up. Let me play this and stop being awkward. It's 2015.
Well, in that case, we have one last whipping to do.
We have one last what?
In that case, we have one last whipping to do. The end of this day, the end of this festival, and the end of this show. You guys were the masters of rock. Thank you. Now let's make this last try together. The last try of the day!
I am not in the right position for this. I'm leaning on my elbows, man. That introduction was like, she's got like it's in her soul, man. Like she sells it for real. And I'm not trying to say like she's putting on it, like she's selling us a show. Like it's convincing. She's got conviction to her voice. Like, yeah, like this ride, right? Like killer intro, especially this shot. This shot behind her is killer.
Well, in that case, we have one last whipping to do. The end of this day, the end of this festival, and the end of this show. You guys were the masters of rock. Thank you. Now let's make this last try together. The last try of the day!
Yeah! There's something about a singer that can put on that much of like a show, speaking and like giving this like speech, and then go into the like full tilt headbanging like that. Man, I miss my long hair. I should show you all a picture of my old long hair. We used to go to like grungy clubs and do this, man. But like it's dope to see her doing this, man. I love that.
Why don't we recognize the faces loving us so? What's God, if not the spark that started life's my love? A stranger, sweet music, starry skies, thunder, mystery, wherever my road goes, early wake ups in the moving room, scent of fresh moon, grass in the morning sun, open, deep gates waiting for a ride in the day.
How she make that microphone look small? And I mean that in the most respectful way, man. Like she is stunning, but like, how tall do y'all say she was? What a voice, man! What a voice! Like that, like kind of staccato sections following the ha 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 on the keyboards there. I can't remember what that sound's called, but like just perfect, and like the builds to the grit, the dynamics, like everything. She's got it all under control. What did y'all say? She sings what she wants when she wants.
The faces
look at this.
loving us so. What's God, if not the spark that started life's my love? A stranger, sweet music, starry skies, thunder, mystery, wherever my road goes, early wake ups in the moving room, scent of fresh moon, grass in the morning sun, open, deep gates waiting for us.
Buddy's singing there too, man. He had a great voice too. He had to keep up with her the whole time, man. They had some quick runs in some of those scales. I want to listen to that chorus again. So the drummer is, and I dig this, man. Like, he obviously has his he's intentional enough to have his hi-hat open enough so that when he wants to have it open and close, he can. And he's got his preset closed hi-hat on his right side when he's doing the double kicks. And I love that it's not just the whole time, you know? Like, it's got texture to it. It's got life to it. It's got taste to it. Like, I can't stop, man. I can't stop. The guitars sound great. I'm actually like kind of surprised that like the cutoff point for the low end, and the bass and the synths do a really good job of filling that out. But I'm just kind of surprised by that. And I think it sounds good. Like, it's cool. How they carve things out for other things that like kind of balance each other out is great. And it makes, like, when you get that like 4K and that like kind of 10K or 12K kind of like boost in the guitar, it makes those riffs sound way tougher than they need to be in a sense. So like just doing the chugging like on E flat or whatever they're doing, it's like that's tough enough. It doesn't need to be this like I can't even do it, but like, you know, trem picking and all the like modern metal shit. It doesn't need to be that, man. This is heavy enough. Like, you're playing it correctly and tightly, and it hits. And like, oh man, I could keep going. Oh, so sorry. So he's playing the double kicks and he's playing on the preset hi-hat because like just playing this one washing isn't good enough. He's got that set for something else. So he's got this for that, man. And like he's going nuts on the double kicks, but you guys get my point because it doesn't start there. It's not all just going nuts on the double kicks.
In the moving woods and top, fresh road, grass in the morning sun, open, depot, gates waiting for light in the day, every day, the sunset, finding the way back home. Once upon a night, we'll wait to the carnival of life. Beauty of is right ahead, such incredible high. It is hard to light a candle, easy to cross the dark inside. Just roll with the dawn of humanity, last light of the day. Last light of the day.
Yeah. That riff's hard as hell too, man. Like, both in the sense of like playing and like I want to headbang my ass off to it. Like, it's all like in the upbeat, man. And he's singing his ass. That bass player is singing his ass off. Oh man, this is a killer video. Keyboard player looks like he's having a lot of fun too.
Last light of the day. Wake up, dead boy, enter electric stairs.
Oh man, that was cool. So he did the whisper part. Wake up, dead boy. That's a group vocal thing. Like, when you're building stacks and stuff in like a studio, usually you have like your lead vocal, you have your gang vocal, you have a whisper vocal, you have like there's a whole bunch of them, right? And it's neat, man. Like, obviously this, I don't know if there's a bunch of singers in the band, but obviously Buddy can sing his ass off, and it's neat to do textures like that. I think it's a vulnerability thing. I have a hard time whispering in a microphone, but I don't know, man. There's something about, like, this is the only lineup I've seen, but like, wow.
Dead boy, enter electric stairs. Magicians, they'll show you what is ridiculous. Joggers, snake charmers, fire trail magic of the no words. Blind day, every day to sunset, finding the way back home. Once upon a night, we'll wait to the carnival of life. Beauty of is right ahead, such incredible high. It is hard to light
killer, man. Oh, I interrupted it a little bit. I interrupted the rest of that vocal over the guitar part. I'm sorry. I'm not going to back it up. I love that they kept the harmony in that, man. They both did the, like, fire, man. Fire. Killers. And, like, I'm almost wondering, because she's been really, like, really consistent with her vowel placements and her embouchure placements and stuff. Like, if you stripped out all the words and all the consonants, I think it would all sound, like, everything would rhyme. There'd be, like, 3-4 different rhymes that would all just, like, roll through the song. Like, she's killing the placements, everything, right? But she's also, like, smiling. And it's probably hard not to. She's singing about how this is, I think I'm not catching all the context, but, like, this is an incredible feeling, right? This is, like, the end of the night. Into the night, whatever, right? She's smiling, and it doesn't change her embouchure at all. And I wonder if that's almost, like, tricky. I wonder if that's almost tough, man. It looks like they're having a lot of fun. Fire, man. I love when guitars are just noisy. I didn't talk about that when, like, they would do the bum 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 bum, and then when the guitars enter, man, noisy as hell. Noisy as hell. Great guitar solo too, like subtle on the Floyd, and then down to the dime squawks. Like, it's like he's not in a rush to get there, even though that riff was really fast. But, like, the rest of it, it's all just like he's letting it feel, man. He's comfortable, right? Like, he's in his element here, and, like, you can see it. You can hear it. You can see it in the singers. Like, fire, man. This is great. This is so much fun. I felt myself do the same guitar face as he was. And I know you were too. How you write all those shots? How you write all those shots and get them all right every single time? We're getting to that part of the video where it breaks me, my friend. Such an incredible high. Like, the conviction, man. That's what I'm talking about in this key change too. Like, ugh, keyboard player knows, man. Looks like he's hiding something up his nose sleeves. Yeah, they got a GoPro stand, man, and they're both, like, laying into it a little bit. Like, oh man, this is cool. This is really cool. This looks, like, really authentic. And plus, like, your headline of the night, man, it's the last song of the night. I'm hoping everything went perfect for everyone. Like, what a moment, man. What a moment. again. That was a high note, man. They're killing this. They're killing this. Everyone in this. I don't need to convince y'all. Like, wow, man. Wow, man, for real. There was something else I wanted to say.
Such an incredible high. It is hard to lie. I can't easy to close the back and stand.
That fill there, I think it was the ride and the hi-hat, the closed hi-hat. And then he also does no ride, and he's like waving, hitting the snare drum. Tries to break the cymbal at the end of it. Come on, man. Come on, man. I don't know what to do with my hands, man. You know what I wanted to say at the end there? You know what, like, the last thing I wanted to say there was? Like, I am shook at the dynamic build, because you need the roller coaster to build and build and build and build to the climax, right? And, like, their way of consistently building that, if it's, like, in strings and horns and percussion, and her just, like, oh, man. Oh, man. She's special. I'm sure they all are, man, but, like, yeah, we're going to go down this rabbit hole for a little while. Thank you, my friends. I'm falling apart. I